Hello, ladies and gents. Romie Mojo here. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you watch Power, I put up my quick recap for the latest episode, episode 11 of Power. That should be up, or it will be soon. It should be up. As well as I did Lifetime has this new show series called Hopelessly in Love, and the first one was of Lisa Left Eye. So I have a recap for that as well. Check that out. Now, this is the final installment of season 2 of Surviving R. Kelly Reckoning. Episode 5 or part 5. This one focused a lot on the Savage family. Now, as a lot of you may remember or know, the Savage family was probably one of the top 2 families that were villainized during this whole thing, because the Savage family, they were one of those that was like, oh, R. Kelly. Oh, our daughter. Obviously, we would never sell our daughter to R. Kelly like they're trying to make it seem. But they had a major lapse in judgment, which partially led to what happened with their daughter going with R. Kelly. And because of that, now we see them trying to do everything they can to get their daughter back. So we see their standpoint of how this has greatly affected their family, and it's done a lot of damage to their family. And we remember that the daughter did a wellness check on her sister, but it was being told that Joycelyn wasn't there. So they weren't able to see her there. There was also the phone call that was set up between R. Kelly's team and the Savage's lawyers, and how Joycelyn was able to go and basically ignore her parents and just kind of poo-poo them. But when it came to her sisters, especially her youngest sister, she paused and she had a partial reality check and she felt bad, but she still had to keep up whatever it is. And I believe that she genuinely loves R. Kelly, which makes it even harder. But for that moment, you could tell it's like, wait, what? Or even when she heard that her grandparent was sick and had stage 4 cancer. And again, she pauses again because she knows how to handle her parents and whatever they're coming to bring. She doesn't know how to handle other family members that she genuinely loves and doesn't hold anything against, or at least wasn't convinced to hold anything against, because it's harder to go and convince someone that their little sibling that they love more than life is the problem. It's easier to go and say their parents, who they're constantly in a struggle with, or even try to get them to convince them that their grandparent is bad when the grandparent usually just loves on them. So there's a lot going on with that. We actually see video of when they initially confront Joycelyn about going to see and interact and even have sex with R. Kelly. I don't know why this was videoed or when it was videoed. See, that was the only thing that kind of threw me off with them. I was trying to follow the timeline, but it was very difficult to do so. Again, bringing up how the parents got a lot of the blame, even though the perpetrator is R. Kelly and his team for helping him get away with this. And then we transition over to Azriel. Azriel was the one who wanted to be a singer. And then she made it seem like after a while, no, I never wanted to be a singer. It was just my parents kept forcing me to do music. And I couldn't believe that she probably felt super pressured by the expectations that her parents may have had. But when you see the video and you hear everything in context, you realize this is someone who also wanted it. You can change your mind, but to do such a stark 180, no, that's usually because of an outside influence or an outside force. And the outside force in this case was Robert Kelly. And we see her brother talking about, her love for music and how determined she was. We see her friends / people like engineers and production side who were going in, letting us know that, hey, this is when she initially made contact with R. Kelly. This is what she kept saying and doing, you know, to her parents' face versus what she was actually doing with Robert. It was a very stark difference. And they would go and tell the dad, and then the dad would confront her. I don't know what time frame that was, but I do like that we are seeing other people and not just the parents, because unfortunately the parents' image are marred as far as the public is concerned, whether it's, you know, accurate or not. And so getting other people who are like, this is what actually happened. No, but at this point, unfortunately, the B-side characters in these stories are having more credibility than the main people, just because of, again, how society views the parents' involvement or lack of involvement or whatever you want to call it. I'm not dumb. I understand that there are multiple parts at play. Fault goes multiple directions, but we still have to be clear. Robert Sylvester Kelly, his people who are directly enabling, all the people that were directly enabling or partially enabling, anyone who foolishly and stupidly went to him even after hearing this stuff. Again, I put them down here because now we're finding out that mentally there was a lot going on with these people. They're here as far as making the wrong initial choice, but still not deserving what was done to them. And I think that's the message that keeps getting missed. All right. This person was dumb. Okay, this person was foolish. Okay, this person was flat out stupid. Stupidity doesn't warrant abuse. Ta-da! I just solved it for you. And all the people that came on, I was like, okay, cool. We're seeing stuff that we already get. But then again, there's people who are watching who have no idea about what was being put on there. And so it was great. He has so many counts against him. I think it's like at least close to 30 in like certain states. And even if he's able to get off on 10 here or partial here, it still might get some mandatory jail time because he's also has a RICO case against him. Just to remind you. So that's like drug lords, kingpins. Long story short, he's going to jail for something. But I love how they were showing the other survivors and kind of going in chronological order about, hey, everything that you went through and then you going and standing up wasn't for nothing. Something did come out of it. Like even Azriel, she left the structure that R. Kelly had set in place. She's still not moving and operating and talking as if she just fully left him, but she no longer lives with him. She doesn't live with her parents really either. I think she kind of lives off on her own. And that's what we found out towards the end. And I was just happy to hear that because at the bare minimum, whether it's because of her not liking how things changed or whatever it is, I'm glad that she left out of his house. Joycelyn is still there as far as currently know, which is the sad part. And of course, her parents aren't happy about that. But at this point, it's her choice. She's an adult. I love the fact that all the survivors still made it clear, like, hey, we're still fighting for you. The women that are still there, because there's other women. These are just the women who we know about. They're still there. They're still supporting him and are caught up in his craziness in his world and his ethos. They're still fighting for you. They still care about you. So don't think that, all right, I just made my bed or, oh, I can't come back to my family because too much has already happened or whatnot. No. There's always someone else there ready to help you. And surprisingly, Dominique's pregnant. I was like, oh, wait a minute. When did that happen? But yeah, watch it though. There are a lot of things I didn't talk about because I just said, I want to come back here and at least just finish it out versus just dropping it because we're at the end. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll be doing a lot more lighthearted, fun stuff. I'll be doing a lot of TV show reviews. I'm definitely picking that back up this year on this channel. So stay tuned for that. Also, music stuff. I love music, so I'm going to talk about a lot of music stuff. And maybe some reactions here or there. Yeah, stay tuned.